Hi everyone, it's Tony and I'm back with another mobility and strength sequence for you. Tonight we're going to focus on the upper body, the shoulders, back and chest area, but also we're going to be doing a majority of this, I would say just about all of it actually, down close to the earth. You can be seated in a chair. If you have a mat and you're on the mat right now, we're going to stand on the fronts of our legs. And the intention behind that is because I also want to add a little core work in there. So you're not standing on your feet. The weight on the fronts of the legs and tops of the feet will almost force you to engage your core. Okay. So what you will need tonight, I'm going to use weights. And I say that depending on where you are, you could use no weights at all. So just your body weight. You could use anywhere from 2 to 10 pound weights or 10 to 25, whatever works for you. These are unique for you. There is no set amount of reps you need to do. I just give you tips along the way. So anywhere you feel you need to start in your weight selection, please do. If it's too much, you can always drop down. And if it's not enough, then you can increase that weight. I am going to use my 5 and 10 pound weights to get started today. That's enough for me. And if I decide I want to add a little more, then I'll just take a 5 pound and a 10 pound and make a 15. So you can do that as well. Again, these sequences are for you to build a wellness toolkit that is accessible to you wherever you are and whatever you're doing. So this sequence this evening, this morning, this afternoon, whenever you're taking it, is meant for you to just tap out of whatever's going on and tap into self and honor and give your body some, honor your body and give it a little bit of TLC at that point. Okay, so let's get started. We are going to come to stand up on the fronts of the legs. You can let the tops of your feet rest on the earth beneath you. If you want to get a nice stretch in your arches right now and the necks of your toes, you can curl those toes under and just stretch your arches that way. And when you're ready, you can let them move back to the floor. So just to get warmed up, I just want us to move shoulders up, back and down, shoulders up, back and down, shoulders up, back and down, and forward. Again, I have decided that I'm not counting out anything with you, like this count, that count. Not too much direction, just tools, okay? And then you make them unique to you. If you enter providing your body with wellness in this way, it will let you know what it needs and when it needs it. Okay, we're back to center. Bring those arms out, turn the palms up, and then bring the palms to touch here. And let's just stretch out. Get those side obliques a nice stretch before we get started. Okay, back up to center. Palms are still touching. And then over to the right. And back up to center. And I want you to bring the arms out in front of you. Remember, we're working that back and shoulder. So interlace the fingers and send the fists towards the front of the room, really as if the fronts of your shoulders are going to kiss each other, widening that space in the upper back body, and drop the shoulders away from the ear to give that neck some space. And then turn the palms to face the space in front of you. You should feel that on those inner arms there, deltoids. Engaging your core, belly towards the spine, lift those arms straight up and press up towards the ceiling. And one more time, we'll take our side oblique over towards the right, press the palms, out towards the right side of the room. Back up to center, press up, and exhale. As you exhale, be mindful to drop the shoulders down away from the ears, but then press through those palms to get that nice stretch from the top of the waist all the way up through the armpit, and bring it back up to center. Press forward and then release that down. So we did the back body stretch there. We're going to just open the front chest body. Take those palms behind you this time. Press the palms together first and then interlace the fingers. Breathe in deeply. And as you exhale, send the fists towards the floor behind you. So look at my shoulders here. See how they just release down versus my whole body thrusting forward. So you're not pushing through it. You're lengthening down, giving some space in those shoulders, working those shoulders. And let's open the front of the chest and the fronts of the shoulders. Take those hands and begin to lift them up away from the back body so they may look something like so. Opening up the front of the chest, lift your chin. Feels so good. Especially, this is good morning stretch, a good midday stretch, and a great way to prepare you for the rest of the evening and bedtime. Rituals are important and effective. once you bring them into your life. It's the little things that add up, and then you start to miss them. And before you know it, you've got yourself a nice little tap in, tap out, tap in regimen for yourself. Let's pick up the weights. I'm going to start with the 5s. Again, you can start with what you want. No weight, 5, 10, 22. And we're just going to do some bicep curls. Okay. Working the fronts of our biceps. Bicep curls are something, if you have soup cans or weights or whatever, wherever you are, a couple of heavy books, do some bicep curls every day. Little movements over time add up. So I remember I would say to myself, oh, I don't have time. I don't have an hour. I don't have 20 minutes. I do. Am I going to make it? And with this being so accessible, I like to have a pair of weights in my car. So if I end up at the beach or the park, I have some light weights, or I just may choose to do my own body weight. Okay. So with the lighter weights and the more reps, you start burning out. You feel the burnout. Okay. The heavier weights to give you that definition, but this is where we're exercising and getting this muscle nice and strong. All right. And then let that down there. Take your arms out. Okay. I'm going to hold one weight in my hand. You can hold the weight in your hand, or you can lift the arm out to the side with the weight, or you could do that with no weight and lift your arm up. My Uber's seeing something out the window. Uber, please. So you're going to take this weight, bring it in, up, down, and out, and up, down, and out. I put the other weight down, honestly, because I just did upper body, and my arms was like, no, we don't need any excess today. But holding this arms out is forcing me, again, not to hold on tight anywhere. I've got my belly button engaged back towards my spine. Okay. I'm going to do a few more here. Unlike me, one thing I will recommend to you, remember what you do on each side, how many. So you're not over or underworking one side. Again, I can get caught up in this because of the light weight of it all. We're going to go to the opposite side and up. This time I think I will take the weight, just so if I don't know how long I'll keep it, but I want to show you, what a difference that makes, and it does make a difference. Okay. Up and down, bicep, up and down, bicep, up. My right arm is getting tired, so I know that I needed this today. But really, I'm on a focus to really build my strength because I have a lot of flexibility. And I got to put that down, you guys. The awareness that I'm creating within myself that I hope to inspire you to create for yourself is really listen to your body needs and honor what it's asking for. And as the body ages, and I say this all the time, it doesn't matter how old you are right now. If you are breathing, you are lucky enough to be aging. A few more here. Last one. And you should begin to incorporate light weights into your fitness regimen. That's one of the things I personally wish I'd taken a bit more seriously when I was in my 20s, even 30s. But now I know the importance of it, and it just changes your energy level, your whole dynamic. So we did those bicep curls there. I'm gonna stick with my 5s today. That's just how I'm feeling. So we're gonna take that, and we're gonna take it at the same time. Bring the palms, curl them up, out, and nope, that didn't go right. Sorry, you guys. Ready? Bring them up. I want to go out, up. There we are. Okay, here I am. Little different. And up, tops of the shoulders, tops of the shoulders. So you could do 3 exercises. Take anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes and incorporate them in 3 reps, anywhere from 8 to 14 sets. I said that backwards. 3 sets, 8 to 14 reps. See, I don't talk like that. That's not my lingo. I am do it until your body says stop. And being mindful about that. If it says stop and you just got started, being mindful that, hey, I can push myself a little more. Last one here, you guys. Woo. Okay. And bring those down. Let's shake that out. I can feel it already. One of the things that happens here in the back body, our deltoids, our scapula, that whole back space can tend to get overlooked because we do focus so much on the front body, the size of the hips, the size of the thighs, but it's a full body workout, full body care, full body wellness. So not only does the external physical need TLC, but the internal, the emotional, the mental, the social. I talked about the social last time. A lot of people, I think, have lost social skills, self included, to a degree since the pandemic, and we're coming out of that. All right, so we're going to do some flies here. If you need to take a few moments, come down, please do. But we're going to lean forward just a little and do some flies, no higher than your shoulder, gaze down in front of you, and here we go. I am sticking with my fives today. Like I said, I have been trying to build strength, and yesterday I went up to 15 doing these flies, so I can really barely get my arms up today, but I'm trooping it out for you guys. Here you go. This is, again, upper back body, shoulders, chest. I'm going to tuck my toes under because I can feel the tops of my feet wanting to lift off the mat here, and you don't want that. So it's just a nice flat back forward, still engage your belly button toward your spine. And as you see, I've done a lot of repetitions, a few more here. And you can break these repetitions down into sets. But when you use lighter weights, you can do more repetitions in a set. So let's just take a few minutes here. And then I'm going to add in another, that was 1, 2. I'm going to add in one more, like a pull down. So if you don't have like a pulley machine or something at home, you can make this happen just by using getting into the mindset of using what I have to get done what I need to get done. I'm going to pick up a 10-pound weight here, and we're going to lift that weight over the head and then bring it forward. I'm going to lean back just a little. Actually, I want to hold the weight this way and bring it down. Okay? So this is some mobility. Why am I choosing this particular sequence? If you haven't noticed, we've moved our arms in circles, extended up, extended forward, and extended back down. You're leaning back just a little here, like a chest press, okay? That's what I'm working here. So your thighs, your quads will be a little forward, but not excessively. You're not in a back bend. Core is still engaged, okay? You can do this laying flat on the floor, on your back, on your bed, knees bent, feet planted. And I feel this already. This is a lot of mobility. And here, a few more. Ooch. Last one. So I want to shoot things out to you. I practice it myself. I gave you 3 things with a nice little stretching warm-up. We'll stretch out. I like to show you how to stretch afterwards as well. So I'll give you a couple of stretches for that. And then that'll be a wrap for this week. So to stretch this out, that was a little, I don't know about you guys, but I got a little sweat. Just a little. But that's good, right? That means it's working. All right. So to end this out, I actually want to bring the arms out, turn the palms up, left under right. And we did this in a previous class, but I want you to feel this nice stretch against that back body. This is where we started at stretching, and notice if you notice any difference. Different form that we're in, but the same stretch. Press those forearms forward and lift those elbows up. Great. And then you'll uncross, opposite, so right on bottom, left on top. You can touch the backs of the hands, clasp the palms, or let the hands flow freely, whatever works for you. And then move forward and up. Exhale, release here. Nice tricep stretch. Bring the right arm up. Drop the palm down the length of the back body. Bend the left elbow and see if you can reach and grab the fingers on the right hand with the left hand. and really pull down on that tricep. We didn't really isolate in the tricep today, but it was still working. And then switch that over, left up. So one side may be tighter than the other. For me, this is my tight side. These fingers will not touch on this side. And who cares? I'm doing the stretch with intentions that one day I'm creating more space and I'm able to reach. But it's not about the reach of the fingers, it's the space I'm creating and the mobility I'm creating. So be mindful of those two. There's no magical prize because you touch your fingers. It's not, but there's a great satisfaction when you work from not being able to touch your fingers and breathing into it and going a little bit deeper into it. And then you find your fingers. That's the satisfaction, right? Because you've created some space and mobility and strength in your body. Inhale and exhale here. Give yourself a great big hug. Love you. Okay, you should always tell yourself that you love you, because if you don't, who will? And if they do, you still want to know that you love you too. Okay. You guys, I am loving these sequences with you. And thank you for the person that asked me to do this upper body shoulder. If you have something that you want in a short sequence form that is readily available for you, please drop a comment in the comment section. I also want you to subscribe to this channel. If you just happen to find this video in your Watch Me feed, please hit that subscribe button and the like button. And one final thing, share it with someone that you know will benefit from these sequences, this mobility and strength that I bring to you every Wednesday morning at 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you guys. I will see you next week. And please check out the rest of my videos on my YouTube page and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I do a lot with nutrition. I do a lot with just fun stuff, movement, nature, cooking. Follow me everywhere. And don't forget to watch my show. There's so much. My show, Wellness with Tony, on KGL TV every Friday morning at 7 a.m.